You're just right in time. It's exactly 11 a.m. and today is Friday. Remember that this is the third episode of the Extra Mile Show, but today we are doing it in this way. Now we are nurturing and want to understand who are these people who are having various talents and where do you see that, or you find yourself maybe in the next 5 years, 2 years. No worries again, but in Kibab University today we are blessed, we are having a guest, and today the only thing that we are featuring on is the power of pencil. My name is Gideon Yeri, and I want to believe that you're going to enjoy the show. In the studio today we have guest. Who is this guest? Dennis Gambo is a student at Kibabi University, bachelor's degree in journalism and mass communication, but also he is an artist. He is doing drawings. For the introduction purpose, maybe the audience back home there or whichever place they are watching from, so that they can get to understand who is this guest.
Yeah, my name is Dennis Arts.
Yes.
I'm a self-trained pencil artist. I come from Kilifi County, in a place called Twaba, and I've been doing art for quite a while now. And so far I'm measuring on hyperrealism and figurative drawing.
Yes, right from the point that you have just mentioned, right? Yes, it's the power of pencil, and I have also said that hyperrealism when it comes to your work that you are doing. I want you to speak in a language that maybe show somewhere can get to understand. Or is this hyperrealism thing, right? Yes.
So hyperrealism, this is a concept of drawing from look-like situation.
Yeah.
So this is whereby I put my focus on coming up with portraits that resemble the photograph the way it is.
Yes.
Like I'm trying to focus on the shading, I'm trying to focus on the details and the contours, and involved a lot of different styles to come up with a portrait that is hyperrealism.
Yes.
And also it involves a lot of time. It might even take like 2 to 3 days, depending on the size of the portrait that you want to create.
Yeah.
And when we talk about figurative drawing, figurative drawing also is another concept of drawing, but you're focusing on drawing from observation. What you see is what you draw. So in figurative drawing, you can use real life models, like you can use someone in their natural position, and you draw them the way they look is the way they will appear. You can work with fruits. Yes. You can also work with, you can use a range
your point
of
interest.
Yes. It depends on what you want to, you're trying to achieve. Yeah.
All right, that seems so interesting. Then now, what inspired you and where did you start? Yeah,
I've started drawing like 10 years ago. I realized that I could draw. I realized that I had an interest in drawing back when I was in primary school. And in one of the creative arts sessions, that's art and craft, and I've never stopped since then. So I started with drawing cartoons, anything that I could find from the comic books. There is comic book that is so popular called Shujaz FM. Yes. Yeah. And another one called Super Strikers. Yeah. At that time, I used such comic books as my reference, and with time, I had to progress, and it reached a time that I needed to go on another level. Yes. And introduce myself to drawing. So you decided to venture into it. Yeah, so right. As time goes by, as years goes by practice, it led me to what I'm drawing right now on hyperrealism, which has been my focus at today.
All right, that's great. All right, when speaking of the drawing where you started, maybe many people may be wondering now, right? Do you have networks of other artists?
Yeah. I have a network of various artists that I'm working with. Yes. First of all, actually, we have a group in WhatsApp. Yes. We have a group whereby we have come together as artists from different places in the country. Yes. So we use that group to share ideas, to share opinions, and to encourage one another in each and every work one is doing and posting. So there is a lot of feedback you receive from different artists. From the different artists, right? Meaning that group has really helped me grow because it has helped me make connections with different people. Yes. And this has helped me to get myself in different projects that I've worked. I've worked in different projects so far, and I can say it's through the connections that have made me to reach that level up to date. Yeah.
But from the way that you have explained when it comes to networks, does it mean that connection is a requirement?
Yeah, I can't say it's a requirement, but it's important when you have connection. It's
You have
important when you
networks.
have people
Yes.
who are really appreciating your work.
Yes.
People who are there to see what you are doing.
Yes.
People who are there to make you meet other people. And that's how you expand your connection in such ways.
All right, then that's great. In your work that you're doing,
Yeah.
what medium are you using?
Okay, so far I'm focusing on different medias,
Yes.
but I've used pencils.
Yes.
I've used charcoal,
Yes.
and I've also had the opportunity to work with acrylics.
Yes.
So mostly I've measured on using the Fabriano paper.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Right.
is what I've been using.
So the
today.
convenience is when it comes to the work that
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing,
it's
right?
convenient for what I'm doing, and
Yes.
I can easily afford.
All right, that's great. Now, at this juncture, I would like at least to show us maybe samples of some of your work that you're doing, so that the audience, they don't hear rumors, they don't hear a lot of words. They can prove, okay, this is what Dennis Gambo is doing,
Yeah.
and this is his best samples
Yeah,
of the
so
work.
I have done a lot of different projects, and one of my latest projects, which I'm about to show you.
Yes.
But apart from drawing and portrait and painting, I've also done graffiti somewhere else.
Yes.
I've also done paintings.
Yes.
I've done this project back in my former high school, and that involved a lot of painting, and it really helped me to also understand that in this world of art,
Yeah.
that I can fit anywhere and I can grow my art in different places. Like, I didn't know if I could do graffiti. Yeah, and by that time, getting that chance, getting that project,
Yes.
I found myself that I'm good at it, and
At least
I've
you
never
build-
stopped up to date.
Yeah, you also build a portfolio.
Yeah,
Because in the near future,
Mhm.
you'll build the next big thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping so. So with me here is one of my latest
Yes.
project.
Yeah.
Is a 2 weeks old portrait.
Yes.
So this is done on Fabriano paper.
Fabriano paper, that
Yeah.
is it, yes.
I just
How?
used the
Duration?
so duration.
Yes.
This took me at least 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
You're done.
Yeah. So
To
this
deliver.
one. So in this portrait,
Yes.
this was actually I didn't use any reference.
Yeah.
I just had to vision
So
vision
you
something.
sat
So
down.
something that came out from my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit down and think of something unique.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I usually do mostly.
Right.
I usually try to challenge myself to come up with something unique
Yeah.
and something that no one has ever seen. Yeah. So
Any other, if you can get one more?
yeah, I have one more
Yes.
with me here. Tell me this.
Thank you.
So here, this is the same portrait
Yes.
made on Fabriano paper, but this one is fully framed, awaiting delivery.
So this one is ready.
Yeah, so this one is ready.
Before we talk of price,
Mhm.
what makes your work to stand out?
I think what makes my work
Because
to
I can
stand out.
see
Yeah,
it's amazing and it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
yeah. I think
Imagine
what
it's just maybe a shot or a picture taken somewhere.
yeah. So I think what makes my work to stand out is how I come up with different portraits
Yes.
and the style that I'm using. My style, I can say my style is unique. I've never seen it on anyone else. Because I'm using pencils, but the way I'm using them
Yes. It is on another
is
level.
different from the way other artists are
The way they're doing their
focusing
own
on
things,
their work. Yeah, it's totally different. So what makes my work to stand out mostly
Yes.
is how the style or the form or through my vision, what I'm trying to achieve.
Yes.
That's what makes it unique.
Yeah.
No other drawing you'll find looks the same like mine. Yeah.
Right. Now, when it comes to price,
Mhm.
you can now speak about the price, the work that you are doing, the drawings, and even after framing,
Mhm.
because we understand that we might get clients, maybe they want you to draw them, right? You put them on paper, then you deliver that paper, or others they'll go to an extent that they want to be, or they want to get a portrait.
Yeah.
Yes. What about the prices?
So about the pricing,
Yes.
it focuses on different factors.
Yes.
First of all, I have to consider the time I will spend on the portrait,
Yes.
and also I have to consider the materials that I'm using. Yeah.
Yes.
So for instance, Like this portrait here, this took me like 2 days. And also I also have to purchase the framing and everything, and I also have to consider my time. So far I'm dealing with four portraits, and one goes for 3,500. It's affordable, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 3,500 only.
3,500 only.
Fully framed and delivered to you
Yeah.
at your doorstep. You don't have to worry about
3,500.
that. Yeah.
Then it seems you're making a lot of money. All right, thank you. Now, what factors influence? Assist me with this one. I think you can pull this one there. Thank you. Now, what factors influence your price? Because 3,500, that's a lot of money, you know. So, what are these factors that influence?
Just like how I told you, like art is not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up, first of all, coming up with what to draw.
Yes.
And also the time that you spend on a portrait, a single portrait, is not a joke.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that I've told you that I'm measuring on with hyperrealism and figure drawing.
Yeah.
This is a type of art that you need to spend a lot of time for you to come up with something detailed. So you have to spend a lot of work on that.
Right.
So there is no shortcut. Yeah.
Then what do you want to sell your art?
Okay, I really like to sell my art because I think there's that pride, that joy of you thinking like my artwork is hanging somewhere in someone's room. Yeah, that feeling. And I also want to share what I have with other people. Yeah, I don't want to be selfish. Yeah, I just want to share with other people. Yeah, my work.
That's amazing. I'm glad that whatever you are doing is something that is legit.
Yeah.
And it is a work that someone can see.
Of course.
And grade you. And even give you work, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. You can just imagine such a beautiful, amazing art by Dennis Gamble. Remember that it's been the first segment of this show. Stay tuned as we take a break, and once we come back, we will get to know more about this. But remember that it only goes at 3,500 Kenyan shillings. Welcome back. The conversation is still going. It is all about the power of pencil. But know what? It's talent. Do you have talent? Share a comment there. All right, thank you. Now, as we come to the conclusion or the final part of this session, right?
Yeah.
I know there are some challenges that you have encountered. So as you share your closing remarks, can you tell us something about challenges that you have encountered when it comes to the work you are doing?
Yeah, there are so many challenges.
Yes.
So to break it down, I'll say the first challenge is getting the materials, my art materials.
Yeah.
You find that these materials are so expensive to get, and that has been one of the drawback. But that one has never affected my work because I work with what is available. And I think about the materials, yes, it might be a problem, but I'm working on that, and I know one day I'll be able to afford all that and make good quality art. Yeah,
right.
As I grow.
Now, as we come to the end of this session, in your closing remarks, what are you telling someone who is seated back at home there and who is watching you? Say something about whatever on talent so that you can inspire someone. We have talents in school, we have talents at home, and everywhere in this world. You can just camera there as you proceed.
Yeah, I understand that when you have a talent or you have an ability or interest in anything, it's very important to put into consideration and try to put your best foot forward to achieve on what you are doing. Like, as for me, I knew that I wanted to be an artist, and that's what I tried to put my focus in, and I've never stepped back from what I like. So if you have a talent, you have an ability, or you're interested in anything, just take part and take into consideration of what you are doing, and be serious about it and work on it. Practice, because practice makes perfect. I know there's at some point you feel like you're making mistakes or you're not progressing, but that one shouldn't stop you from making a step ahead or from progressing on what you want to achieve. Yeah.
All right, that's amazing. I want to believe that wherever you're watching us from, and in this, as you have heard about the work he is doing, remember that you can place your order wherever you are. You can reach Dennis Gamble. Maybe you share your contact.
Yeah.
So that they can try to reach
So
you.
finding me is quite easy. I'm all in social media platforms. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yes.
As Dennis as everywhere. I just use the one username. So you want to make an order, it's as simple as that.
Right.
Just DM me and we'll talk.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And that one marks to the end of our today's show. Remember that it's been amazing and it's all about talents. We're working toward to make sure that we identify your talent. Wherever you are, show us your talent. We bring you on board. We inspire you. We grow together. Maybe you may be wondering the challenges. Challenges are there, but remember that the challenges are the stepping stones towards success. It's been amazing and a beautiful one. We want to promise you that join us next week. We'll be talking about the people behind the camera, still on the Extra Man Show. My name is Gideon Yeri, and this is the Extra Man.